Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil anbiya wa mursaleen nabiyina wa habibina wa imam al-muttaqeen ma ba'd. Inshallah ta'ala, join us this Ramadan exploring benefits and lessons that we can take from the stories of some of the prophets that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in the Quran. When we reflect on the Quran, we discover that the Quran is divided into three sections. Qism and al-Qasas, one section being stories of the Quran. A second section at Tawheed, the general the core principle of Islam, which is Tawheed, the Islamic monotheism, the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and all that is specific to Him. And the third division of the Quran being Al-Ahkam, that which relates to the jurisprudence of the Quran, the rulings of the Quran. Now, when we reflect on the stories of the Quran, you find that it consists of all the other categories also, as the general call of all the prophets and messengers was Tawheed. Every single prophet and messenger called their people to at-Tawheed. Say, Ya qawmi a'budullah, ma lakum min ilahin ghayruh. He said to the people, O my people, worship Allah. You have no deity other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And each of them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them shir'atan wa minhaja. Allah gave them a legislation and a methodology that they would follow and call their people to. So that relates to ahkam. So even the qasas of the Quran, we learn this. And we learn this from pondering on the stories of each and every prophet that Allah has mentioned. And from this we also learn that Allah has narrated some stories of the prophets and He has not narrated about others. As Allah, He mentioned this within the Quran. But it's not for us to see these stories and think of them as just stories that we tell our children when we go to sleep, or to help them to sleep, or tales that we just carry over time. Rather, within these stories, there are lessons that the Muslims are to ponder on and take heed from. So inshallah ta'ala, throughout this series, we will extract some of those benefits and lessons of moral conduct and virtuous character that we learn from the best of mankind, the prophets and the messengers. Allahumma salli wa sallam ala nabiyyina wa habib Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum.